I'm from Bombay, India, 27 years old, and I've been living in Berlin for 4 years now, but already 10 years in Germany. And I moved here to study originally, and then I just stuck around. The homeless veggie dinner started, I think, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, when Dario, who's the main organizer, found an empty place in the basement of a building. And they had a few ideas of what they could use that space for. They organized some workshops and classes, and one of the ideas was to cook a meal together with friends and invite anyone who wanted to come. And that's how it started, and then over time it became this idea of why don't we cook a meal for homeless people, and why don't we try to do it in a sustainable way, so without actually having to buy all the groceries and put a lot of money into it. Why not try and reduce waste? So back then, I think Dario was doing a lot of dumpster diving, so he always knew where to get the right vegetables and fruits. And then that's how it started. Someone along the way came along and introduced us to the big market at the port, where the vegetable vendors and stuff buy their produce. And I think that's where we then started going and asking them for whatever fruits and vegetables they didn't want to sell anymore, going to the market at my Bakufer. And so that's how it became a thing. We started collecting those things on Fridays and on Saturdays cooking. And the way I got involved was I found it on the internet, on some sort of Facebook group. I was just looking for ways to volunteer in Berlin. It's kind of hard to actually volunteer in Germany because everyone's doing pretty well. But it's a part of my culture to do something for others. So I was looking for something to do. And I came across this, and I love cooking as well, so it was the perfect thing to do. And that's when I started. And the first time I came, I just offered to cook some Indian food, and everyone really liked it. And so since then, I've just been coming around and cooking food. So my role model, it would have to be Elon Musk. It's probably the most inspiring human being out there right now, because he's trying to solve a lot of mankind's problems in one go. And I don't think there's many people in the world actually trying to do that. If you look at politicians nowadays, they're all just interested in their own causes. And there's this guy who's simultaneously trying to get us to Mars, trying to make us more reliable on solar energy, and move us away from fossil fuels to electric cars. And he's doing it kind of on his own, without huge governments behind him or huge masses of people supporting him. It's just a company, it's his companies that's doing it. And that's crazy, that's inspiring, because I truly believe that we can't expect a government or a politician to change the world. We have to do it ourselves. And probably the best way to do it is through the private sector, because that's how we get value out of it and also do a good thing at the same time. And I think that's amazing. I mean, there's obviously room for charity, there's room for doing good deeds, but the only way we can really move forward, and that's what Elon has always shown, is to actually make it profitable. And so the guy's my inspiration, and if I can achieve half of what Elon's achieved, I'd be super happy.